Hi, and welcome to another lesson of Master Everyday English. In today's lesson, it's very, very cold. Stop! Very, 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 or very, very. No, there's a better way to describe things than using the word very. In today's lesson, I'll introduce you to the idea of using extreme adjectives. And I promise you, once you notice these extreme adjectives and you start using them, you will stop using that word very to describe everything. In today's lesson, I'm going to introduce you to the idea of extreme adjectives. And these extreme adjectives are really useful words to help you stop using the word very. But first, let's think about why we use the word very in the first place. We normally use the word very, very cold when we want to emphasize something or we want to show that it's happening to a higher degree. We use the word very commonly when we want to create a stronger feeling about something. So if we say something is very cold or very cold, what do we mean? We mean it's colder than normal. So we're trying to add that extra emphasis to the adjective. Adjective. Now that's an important word as well. What do we mean by adjective? Well, words like cold and hot are adjectives. They're the basic describing words that we have in English. Here's a quick definition of an adjective. Adjective. A word that describes a person or thing. For example, big, red, clever. As in a big house, red wine, clever idea. So what do we mean by extreme adjective? Well, it's an adjective, a describing word, but it's an adjective that has more emphasis. It's a stronger adjective. Let's take, for example, the word we used at the beginning of the lesson, cold. Now, here's an example of somebody who is cold, right? But, of course, there are different levels of cold. So if we take, for example, this person here, well, yeah, before we said very cold, but there's actually a better adjective that basically has the same meaning as very cold. It's called freezing. So you could say, instead of saying this person is very cold, you could say this person is freezing. So the adjective in English we said is cold, but the extreme adjective form of the word cold is the word freezing. So of course we could say, yeah, okay, this person is cold, but this person is freezing. Most common adjectives in English will have an extreme version that you can use. Like we said, the extreme version of the word cold is the word freezing. But there are other extreme adjectives that we can use, and actually they're very common to use in English. Here are two more examples. It is very hot. No, stop. We don't have to say very hot. What we can say is it's boiling. It's boiling. It's very hot, okay, but it's boiling is that nice extreme adjective that we can use. Oh, I'm very tired. No, stop. Like I said, we can use an extreme adjective here. So instead of saying very, very tired, what can we say? We can say, oh, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Here are some examples of some like really, really common extreme adjectives that people use just all the time. Small, very, very small. Instead of saying very, very small, you can say tiny. Big. But the extreme adjective we can use, there are a few of them in English. We could say huge, or massive, or gigantic. All of those three adjectives are the same as very, very big. Good. We can say excellent or amazing. Bad. We say awful or terrible. Beautiful. We can say gorgeous. Again, very, very beautiful. Gorgeous. Ugly. The extreme form, hideous. Funny. Hilarious. Sad. Miserable. Happy. Ecstatic. Hungry. The extreme form, very, very hungry. Starving. There are lots more extreme adjectives, but this is a good little group for you to start learning with. Here's a comparison, just to kind of show you how you could use this. Let's think about the adjective hungry. In a simple sentence, you might say, oh, I didn't have breakfast this morning. I'm hungry. In a more extreme case, you might say, oh, I didn't have any food yesterday. Oh, I'm starving. Another example, if we use the word good, you might say, this coffee tastes good. But if it's like really good coffee, you might say, wow, this coffee tastes amazing. If you won $20 on the lottery, maybe you'd say, yeah, I'm happy I won $20 on the lottery. But if you won $1 million, well, you might say, I'm ecstatic because I won $1 million on the lottery. Let's get some quick practice with this. So, you're going to see some sentences in English and they're missing the adjective. Take a second, look at those extreme adjectives and see which adjective you think is the best fit for the sentence. Another way that we use these extreme adjectives that's very common is you'll hear people use them when they want to exaggerate something, make something sound maybe more important than it actually is, or just to make fun. Here's an example. Do you want to go out for lunch? Oh yeah, I'd love to. I'm starving. Do you like the food? Yeah, the food is amazing. What do you think about this shirt? Ah, that shirt is hideous. Did you see the new professor? Yeah, he's ancient. That's it for today's lesson. Today we looked at extreme adjectives and we said these are great words that you can use instead of saying very or very, very. We said they are the extreme form of normal adjectives. Words like freezing, which means very, very cold, or excellent, very, very good. So these are really useful words to add to your vocabulary to increase your fluency and to sound more like a native speaker. Don't forget, if you like the lesson, please give me a thumbs up And if you enjoy these lessons and you want to see more of them, please click to subscribe.